How's everybody feeling in the night? Alright. So, bro, you want to take it over? Yeah. Good talking to you. We got one more chair. Can we get one more chair? There he is. There he is. We got Joseph Whip coming on. Get another chair. Joe's gonna get here by Monday. I love you. So I think we're gonna go ahead and just take it straight to audience questions because I know that a lot of people want to ask you guys some stuff. So, let me go right up here to the front. Hi.
My question's for David. I know I got to talk to you about this yesterday, but how does it feel everybody was so sad like when they killed off your character?
Oh my gosh, I'm still sad about it. I don't know, thank you. Write your letters. This is an outrage. No, hopefully at some point, I don't know. At some point they're gonna have to do some bonkers version. And then I'm sure I'll come back here for something.
Let's go back here.
I'm pretty sure Wes Craven is the one that kept me alive, because my character was supposed to die in the first one, and it kept me going. I even suggested I be the killer in like 4, I think. But he was like, no, you can never be the killer. I was like, sorry, Wes.
Didn't he have the shot of you going in the ambulance and they weren't sure if they were going to keep you alive or not?
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, they put my thumbs on.
First, I just want to say, David, I love everything that you do with like Bozo the Clown and everything, so I just want to tell you that. Of course. And my question is, I do theater, so I wanted to know like if you guys had any advice for auditions, and if you do get the part, like any advice on memorizing lines.
There's a great app called Cold Read that helps a lot. Yeah. They have a bunch of really cool things to help memorize specifically.
For auditions, just be present, be in the moment. I found early on in my career, these were really rehearsed auditions. But what I found happening, because they were live auditions, and you guys now do them on sellotape. But what I found happening is when I over-rehearsed, I had this idea in my head of how the scene was going to play. And then I was kind of forcing my scene partner to do it the way I envisioned it, instead of being there and listening and responding. And it's really masturbatory because you're not connected to anything but yourself. So that's the thing, listen and respond. Again, it's difficult when you've got your own self-tape, your off-camera reader. But the plus of that is, if you screw it up, just get erased and do it again. As far as memorizing lines, I have no clue. I memorize them the morning I start, so I don't know how my mind does it, but that's one of the positive functions of it.
I memorized lines. I was a high school drama teacher for a little while before I left and decided to become a major in motion picture stuff. Or a reminder. Anyway, one of the things about memorizing lines is take your time and look at every word. Maybe what you're saying is a thought, not necessarily, but take time. What words follow the other word? And what are you saying? What does it mean? And take time. Do it really slow. It doesn't come in. And it comes harder when you get over there. I guess never mind.
This question's for Roger. You are pretty much the most consistent character throughout Scream. You are the voice of Ghostface. I'm just curious, for all the voices you did and all the different characters who played Ghostface, did you ever do anything different with your voice or inflection, depending on who was in the mask at the time?
I never got a complete script, so I never knew who the killers were. I only got my scene, so I couldn't tailor it to any specific actor. I tried to change things a little from film to film just because I knew they're different people. And of course they're written differently, somewhat. But no, I never tailored it to any particular person. Excellent. And the last one, when I knew it was gonna be Matt.
This one's
one's for David, mainly of the cast who have died and been brought back to life, like you in Scream 7 for the AI. Were you guys surprised by it?
A little bit. I mean, I was kind of hesitant. I didn't know if I wanted to do it, but I wanted to do it for the fans. And, yeah, so I was surprised. Who's got the mic?
This is a question for me and my girl. This goes out to Jamie. So in Scream 1, where Ghostface is about to, kill you, but he hesitates, it's got to be Stu, because when you think about it, Stu never killed any of his friends. Almost like he was too scared to kill any of his friends. They were all strangers.
Wait, when did that happen? Oh, when I say look behind you, Jamie, look behind you, and my name is Jamie, and I'm watching Jamie.
Yeah. You know that it was Billy doing all the killing.
What?
We know it was Billy doing all the killing. So
How do you know?
because we know that Stu is too peer pressured to do it, worrying about what his mom and dad would think.
Is he right? No. You know what?
We could ask Matt,
But we're not at that level.
maybe we'll ask him when we get back to the tables.
Well, you have to have a ticket. Let's get these questions. Bro, I don't know. I think Billy Moore, I think it was Skeet that said, I'm going to kill you that day. And he wore the costume.
Just actually Skeet, the person.
Was he?
It was at lunchtime, if you remember.
Okay. Let's get some crazy questions. Okay, don't be shy. Be aggressive. Be aggressive.
Okay, my question is for Roger. I just wanted to ask, I just want to say I love you to all of you guys, but I was wondering if you could do the iconic voice line of, just any iconic Ghostface voice line.
They're all iconic.
What is her name?
Reese.
Jamie for Reese. Got PTSD.
I wanted to ask you guys, what's your favorite scary movie?
Showgirls. Absolutely.
Could I give the mic to my mom?
I'm just going to jokingly ask Jamie, can you tell us all about air conditioners?
That's a whole other conversation. Doesn't but thank you. Boy, this side is like redheaded stepchildren. You haven't gone near this side.
I'm coming over. I'm making my way.
Okay.
I have a question for David and Jamie. You guys know that your characters are going to be beloved side characters in this franchise from the first movie.
How you doing, side guy? Hey, you guys, since you're not at the other panels, Jesus Christ. What do we do to you, man?
I would like to say that side characters are my favorite.
You answer first.
I just loved the way it was written, and I thought it was just a really fun character, and the fact that he was a person of authority that doesn't get any respect. Always trying to prove himself and kind of falling short. I don't know, it just was, I knew he'd be like, there'd be a love for him.
I want to add to David and mine is that David died in the first movie, and he was so hilarious that Wes said, let's do a shot where he gives a thumbs up, just in case we bring him back. So that was all him. He's alive because of him, right there. David is alive because of his
Yeah.
I don't remember hooking up. But somehow I die at 2 p.m. in the middle of the week in front of a van and no one knows. No, I had no idea, and you know what's crazy is I had no idea, and then I realized that as I died, that the character was the voice of the people. And then I watched my niece and nephew get completely savaged every movie, and somehow just come back. But I'm dead. Can't even bring me back with AI. Tony, stop talking.
You saw the grosses of Scream 7, so you know there's Scream 8. So everybody get online and go, we need AI Randy. No, I pitched Kenny's evil twin Benny many times.
And Sheriff Burke is coming back in Scream 59. Will be there. Sheriff Burke, after he has such a miserable situation going on in Woodsboro, decided to quit the force, went into the woods in Woodsboro and started eating mushrooms. They discovered him, they brought him into, they have nice old folk homes in different places. The front, they're nice, the rich people in the back, they have the people with a few loose nuts. And they put Sheriff Burke back there, and then everybody in the house starts getting murdered. But they're all old people, so nobody cares. It's a very short novel.
And Ghostface moves around on a little scooter.
Imagine that.
That's good.
Oh, this is the dude who's been in character all day. Finally took your mask off.
Well, thank you for that. Okay, first.
Are you using the voice box now?
No.
Alright. Do you want me to? Roger's here, okay?
I'm sorry, teacher, I was talking
So, my question is directed for all of you. It's kind of an open question. Have you guys kept up with the Scream franchise, like all the new movies that are coming out? And if you have, who is your favorite Ghostface?
Well, me. You can't. So yeah, I've seen all of them. I love them. I really liked when Ghostface, because if you watched all 7, right? By the time 5 came along, Ghostface was getting a little off the rails. He was getting a little bit too campy. And then 6 comes in, and they kind of get him back to being the savage and the killer that he is. And they really mash the gas at 7, right? Because if you look at the antithesis of what Wes and I originally talked about way back 30 years ago, was Ghostface is a killer, savage phantom. He doesn't trip, he doesn't fall, and that was conveyed in that very first sequence and into the house. So you kind of see him come all the way back around here in number 7. He's violent, it's gory, it's gross. So I really liked how they brought Ghostface back into what really he is, she is at this time. That makes sense?
Yeah.
That makes total sense. Thanks.
Yeah, I watched every single one of them, usually on opening night. This last one, I'm from Murray, Kentucky, and I was going to actually be home. So I took 26 members of my family to the movie theater that I grew up going to, watching movies, to go see Scream 7.
Oh, that's cool.
So I saw it on Saturday night and opened on Friday. So yeah, I see all of them.
That's awesome.
Well, you really want Kenny to come back, don't you?
He's coming back in 59 also.
Okay. Hi. Quick question for David. Did you like the lemon squares? Jamie.
You got lemon squares?
Yeah, you did a couple times actually.
Lemon squares. Soon he'll have his own panel.
Jamie, did you know what they were going to do with your niece and nephew and like how you would end up your legacy was gonna come out, or did that surprise you when you watched it?
No, you know, like I told this one pod is that Scream was done, you know, after 3, and then 11 years later they had it again, and I thought 4 was so good, but I think it did good. It almost made $100 million, but you know, I don't know, whatever. They didn't make any more after that, and then they waited another 11, and then the new one came out, and it just reinvigorated everything. What was the question?
Like, did you know?
So lemon bars. No, I had no idea.
Like you watched it and you're like, oh wait.
Like I did say though, like I watched them get brutalized, and he's like, oh, here's my lower intestines hanging out.
Yeah, and then he's back.
And then he comes back with a Band-Aid.
Yeah.
But somebody said something to me yesterday, and this is what goes back to you guys as fans. They said, oh, your niece and nephew have plot protection. I had never heard that term. You know what that term is? No? Alright. Guys, I can just say these things. It's up to you to get them. Okay, listen. I was a joke again. That didn't. Alright, so plot protection, I guess. That's a great term, meaning they're not going to die. They're legacy characters now. And I will be relegated to a picture. But I'm very honored to be a picture. So, yes. I have some weird ending. Good talking to you.
Okay, so I already told David I feel like they didn't do you wrong in the whole series. But my question is for Jamie. So Jamie, which role did you like better?
Of what? All the movies?
No, between Scream and Malibu's Most Wanted.
That's come on. That's like, you know, which kid do you like better? Scream is my baby. I was like the birth of me, and then Malibu was like the birth of like me getting my first leading role. So I got love for both of them. But you know, don't be hating.
I have a question for like all of you. How do you think you would defend yourself if you saw Ghostface in real life?
You guys,
The mask is really hard to see in. You can use that to your advantage. Yeah, totally turn it around. Choke him out.
Tony, the question's done at this point.
I don't think there's any way you can protect yourself against Ghostface. An interesting thing, whenever Wes and I were talking on that first one, we were talking about, hey, we got to start finding different ways to kill guys because we can't just cut everybody's throat. So I was telling about an old movie that I watched when I was a kid about the mafia, and how one guy went in the theater, he stuck a switchblade up against the back of the theater seat, kicked it, and stabbed the guy in front of him. And Wes said, well, I'll think about that. He comes in the next day, that's when he comes in with the bathroom scene where the guy's tapping on the thing, and goes through and kills him. But I only worked on the ones that Wes directed, that's the only ones that my job as a stunt coordinator was just to figure out how to kill these guys and how to do it safely.
Do it safely.
Once that microphone started working, you were like right there.
This is for all of you guys. When you first were to approach the movie, or was this something that you guys auditioned for? And was there ever a time where you were like, I'm not doing this movie?
I worked with 2 other movies with Wes, so it's just that. One thing in that regard, I will say, this movie, as a kid, going to movies, fantasizing about being able to work in them and tell stories, this movie was everything I fantasized Hollywood would be like. Because we were all cast and crew in the same hotel, which is an anomaly that never happens. And, you know, we were all around the same age, and we just had a blast. His room was party central. So anybody who wasn't working at night, we'd go to David's room. And then we were so the security guy would come and kick us out because Jamie would be in the pool at 3 in the morning in his underwear. And so security would kick us out. We found a barn. It was about a half mile away. So at about knock on Dave's door, like, all right, somebody get the boombox, somebody get the cooler, somebody get the weed. It's one of the barn. So it was that, and I think that infused the whole movie. I think the relationship for all of us, and I think that's one of the things that makes the movie special, why it's had a life for so long.
So you're saying it was a TH infused movie?
To some degree, you damn well know it was. I know it was.
Wait, can I just add to the barn? Remember what happened in the barn, man?
Which one?
Well, tell me. Well, people were. Skeet had his girlfriend. David and Courtney were starting to be fond of each other. And Matt and Ned were starting to be fond of each other. And Rose had some dumb boyfriend. And at one point, everybody was in the barn. And everybody was like in like cute conversations and stuff. And you look at me and you go, I guess it's just you and me, kid. Here we are. So I'm from Kentucky, you know. So there's the barn tales. Well, up until now, it's what happens in the barn stays in the